tired of spending a lot of damn money and getting absolutely nothing you was hoping to get? Head on over to MrMuckCoin.com for the cheapest, safest, most reliable coins in the community. Use code GS for 20% off your purchase. Don't forget you can also purchase training there as well. Link is available in the description. What up, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy GS. Welcome back to another Madden 19 video. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. We have the sweatiest game I've played all year. So I'm playing duos with my man OG Drift, the DG. You see my man Drift out there. He's the offense. I'm the defense. This is my first time playing duos. This is literally my first time playing squads in months. But the new Series 4 is out. We need the trophies. We need all this fun stuff. So it's like, you know what? Let's roll some duos. Excuse me. You're going to hear periodic coughing. I'm really not feeling good. I'm, sick, trying to get better. But that's our opponent squadron. We're going to flip the other side, and then we're going to show our squadron, right? Now, the reason why this is the sweatiest game I've played all year is because my man Drift loses connection immediately, like very soon in the game. You see, we get ball first. I don't know anything about his offensive playbook. I don't know anything about his players and chems and all that stuff. What I do know is that they send a blitz out of 4-4 split and it comes screaming, right? Excuse me. First play of the game, screaming, and we're like, "What the heck was that?" Like, yo, what was that? It was screaming. Very next play again, everything is blocked up, but we end up throwing a pick. And then just like that, I believe that was Drift's last play. Oh, no, it's not. He's still in there. So he's still here, right? They're driving the ball a little bit. And I think next offensive possession, I think he gets the boot. So right here, 3rd and 11. And I don't know how that wasn't a sack, but overthrown. So they're going to go on ahead, settle for 3. No, they fake it. They fake it, and then they score. Gutsy call by them, but they end up scoring, taking the lead 7-0, right? And this is where Drift leaves, right? You see on the left, it's just me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, man. Like, I don't know this playbook. And he has a playbook where he just runs bunch. And they're sending everyone. So I'm like, okay, let me hit him with the verticals because they're blitzing the right side. That's going to be wide open unless they, leave him on a purple or they put a contain on the right side. So I'm like, okay, listen, help me out here because he's still in the party. Who do you have playmaker? Because he has elite route specialist. He has all these different people. I'm like, I need to know who has your playmaker because I need some help. Right there, I thought we had a step on him, and I throw a pick. And I'm like, sheesh, it's not going good, but let's see if we can get a stop defensively, right? He calls the ball, almost sacked instantaneously, right? So, we're running the 5-2, and he's struggling right there. Don't test the user. Big pick right there, puts us in prime position. We go on ahead with the toss, swing, and then we end up tying the game. So it's like, okay, I got this. Now, mind you, this is in my playoffs. This right here is like 2 games before my Super Bowl. So since the wind is 6 miles an hour to the side, I'm going to kick it to the side, how I always does. And then he doesn't return it, and he ends up going out of bounds on the 1-yard line. So that right there gives us great position. He tries to go for an out route, and that right there was stuff. So, all right, we can't go man-to-man. We're going to go cover 2 this time to stop it. And he tries to go over the middle, baby. We are lurking there again. So, big interception, another toss play right here, and this is where I just got shut down. With 2 users just flying around, shooting gaps and all this stuff. It was very difficult for me to move the ball. On top of me not having the players I'm used to having, on top of me not knowing the playbook and the type of chemistries and all this stuff that he has. But it's like, you know what? We got this, though. We got the lead. They're really struggling on offense to move the ball against the 5-2. Hopefully we can just go on ahead and continue playing good defense. But we're up 10-0, right? A 10-0 run by us. And it wasn't looking good, right? This time they decided to click on, but, they missed the kick, but it goes out of bounds there. But here we go back again on defense, and they're still having trouble. They decide to run the ball strong side. I wouldn't suggest that ever, but, they end up losing a few yards. Right here, they end up almost getting sacked. So, again, they're having trouble picking up the blitz. He's even using the running back to try and pick up the heat manually. Nobody's open right here, but he goes across field, and I should have clicked on. Dang, if I click on right there, I'm sure Dick LeBeau gets the interception. If I just hit B and hold Y, I'm sure that's a pick. But unfortunately, I did not. But 2nd and 9 right here. No. I thought it was a play action. Runs the ball. They're not having much success with it. 3rd and 9. You see, they're definitely still having a tough time of picking the blitz up. So we're gonna go on ahead and force a punt. And now we're back again on offense. Now again, this is a game or two before my Super Bowl, and I need these tokens. Like I need them. So right here, I step up in the pocket. Thankfully, the blitz gets picked up, and we're just gonna go on ahead and slide down. So I got 2 crossings route and a drag route. Right, that's all I got, and I'm just gonna playmaker the drag. And I had RB wide open, but I didn't even really see it. 2nd and 10 right here. We go back to the wheel route. Again, the guy on the outside on the purple is blitzing. I think from there on out, they didn't blitz him for the remainder of the game. They left him in the purple to cover the wheel. So right there, I reroute him up, but then the pressure's coming in because this 4-4 blitz, it's humming. You know, they got a lot of people coming in, and I'm struggling. You know, 3rd and 24 right here. You know, and he gets a shed that kind of, you know, shakes me up a little bit, and we get sacked. Thankfully, the wind is in our favor 6 miles an hour, which allowed us to get a hell of a boot right there by Ray Guy. Put him all the way down to their 20-yard line. So that right there was a great punt. And once again, you see him trying to use the running back to try and pick up the heat manually because they're not too sure on how to pick it up. Almost intercepted. I thought for sure that right there was a pick. He threw directly at the flat. And I'm like, come on, man, we need that. He goes up top, overthrown. We'll take that. And again, man, it's me against 2. I'm getting jumped over here. I'm struggling. And my man Dick Butkus comes through with the pick. Now, I'm only a handful of yards out of field goal range. So I figure we'll just run the ball and just sneak into field goal range. Wrong, because I know the wind is in my favor heavily. So I don't need too many yards. I should have hit B right away. But again, man, they're not spying anyone, so we take off. We're going to go on ahead and settle for the field goal. Just got off in the nick of time, too. I would have been upset if I didn't. And we go up full touchdown, right? We're up 6 points, and we end up they get the ball at the half. So it's like, all right, we got to go on ahead and get ourselves some stops here because they're struggling on offense, but so am I. I'm definitely not doing too well myself. So he decides to, they actually catch it this time, but we stop him at about the 24-yard line right there. So back again on defense, now he's running the ball, and he actually starts running the ball away from the strong side, and he starts getting some success running the ball here. 2nd and 3 right here. They run the ball again, just cut it right upfield. Derrick Henry just gets loose. Great run, almost in field goal position. Another run right there. Now he's starting to gain a little bit of momentum, 3, 4, 5 yards a run. 2nd and 8. Play action right here. Looks like everything is covered, but Derrick Henry swiftly just cuts back sharply over the opposite end of the field. Great read by them, and they end up getting a field goal. Right there, we run commit, doesn't even matter. Ran commit, don't even matter. Run commit, doesn't even matter. 1st and goal right here, they decide to run the ball, but we stuffed that. 2nd and goal right here, we're still in 5-2, and you see he's trying to manually pick it up. They break the sack. Like, he broke this. That should have been a second. And I'm not on aggressive tackling or anything. We're just on balance. But when MUT squads are souped up, that Mahomes probably got 1,000 break tackle. And he just gets stopped shy of the 1-yard line. 4th and goal, they decide to go for it. But they end up getting the first down. So, they end up getting the touchdown, excuse me. So, I'm like, you know what? All we need is a field goal. All right, we're doing a decent job of moving the ball. I feel like, we're not doing great, but I feel like we're doing okay. Right here, we leave the cross on RB. X is covered because they got 2 users. Everything is covered, but I do take off with Cam. So instead of the crosser, I have the drag. I motion him up, but he drops the pass. That right there hurt. 3rd and 3, my goal was to just take off with Cam, but the drag was just so wide open. And Cooper puts me in field goal range, and I'm trying to waste as much time as possible because, they got extra users there. I'm shook. And again, we take off with Cam. They're blitzing the house right there with no spy or anything like that, no contain, so we're able to take off. 2nd and 1, we just run the ball real quick right here with my man Harris, and we get the first down. So right here is like tick, chew clock, chew, and they're still not putting any spies up. We take off with Cam, get a great run of 6 yards, and again, we're chewing the clock again. HB draw right there, first down, and I'm like, all right, good. Field goal obviously gives us the lead. We're wasting time. They finally put a spy up, and I make a mental error. They contain, they put spies up. And I take off, and I don't slide, and I get rocked. I fumble, and they recover. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It's all right, though. All we got to do is not give up a first down, get the ball back, and all we need is a field goal. I feel confident I can get in field goal range. Big run by Henry right there to give him some breathing room with 60 yards. 3rd and 6, I was not expecting a run. I truly was not, and Derrick Henry just rolls over everyone, picks up the first down. So now I got to let the clock chew. We call timeout here. 50 seconds remaining. Run the ball again. We hit the outside. We got to call timeout again, and we need one more stop, and they're going to go ahead and play it safe, run the ball, eat my last timeout to go ahead and force me to get in field goal range with no more timeouts remaining. So 40 seconds remaining, but the wind is in my favor. So I don't need too many yards. I just need a big play right here. We leave the crosser with RB. He plays X and leaves RB wide open. And my man, Coop. No, my Mulligan. I'm so used to Cooper doing everything on my team. My man, Momo, with the big play. We end up hitting the toss right here for the 2-point go. Swing! 2-point conversion, and we're up 7 points. Now, I've been dragging most of the time, hitting the drag with the reroute, but this time I left the vertical post going from right side to left side. I left it. He covered it, but then he changed his user to X, try to bait me, and we end up getting RB wide open. We end up scoring a touchdown right here. He picked up the blitz on the left side, but not on the right. We click on, we dive. He's on the 2-yard line. They only have one timeout remaining. He chucks it up, but we are there for that. We get the pick, and the game is over. Whew! One of the sweatiest games I've played all year. Hell of a game. I was so amped that we came through and won this game. I just happened to have the Elgato on. It wasn't recording. It was a hell of a game. We went back and captured it. It's your boy GS, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We're out here grinding squads for these Series 4 tokens. Until next time, man. Appreciate the support as always. Hit the like button on your way out. We're going to go on ahead and be signing out. Peace.